The $8 billion RAM fine isn't going to do anything to the RAM companies or RAM prices, and you're going to be the true victim of the fine because you are going to be the one who's going to pay for it. Welcome to Hari's Hobbies. So last year, China's Anti-Monopoly Bureau of Ministry of Commerce visited SK Hynix, Samsung, and Micron to point out their concerns over their really high RAM prices. But as you guys already know, that didn't lead to anything and RAM prices really just increased over the past year. As a result, China's antitrust regulators launched a full investigation into whether or not Samsung, SK Hynix, and Micron have been price fixing, and if they are found guilty, they will have to pay fines ranging from $800 million to $8 billion, which are calculated based on the DRAM sales in China between 2016 and 2017. Now, that sounds good and all, but here's why it's not really going to do anything except potentially harmless. First of all, these companies have already price fixed in the past and have been fined for it. For example, in 2004, SK Hynix paid $185 million in fines and Samsung paid $300 million. So if they're price fixing again, obviously these fines aren't enough to deter them from doing so. I know that the fine is a lot higher than last time, but so are the sales and profit for Samsung, SK Hynix, and Micron. Therefore, the fine is proportionate to the sales, and if they are still repeating that crime, it is obviously still profitable. And as a result, this fine is probably not going to stop them. And the next thing is, considering that they have already gotten busted once, they have probably learned from how they got busted and they probably have covered up their tracks this time. And even if they didn't fully cover up their tracks, I really doubt the fine is going to be the maximum of $8 billion. Plus, the fine will be split between the three companies, so that makes the payment even less. It's not like one company is paying $8 billion. So even if the fine is $8 billion, which it most likely won't be, each company won't pay nearly that amount. But you may be thinking, $2 to $3 billion is still a lot of money, and even if it's not a game changer, it will definitely put a dent in all of the companies and act as a deterrent to not price fix again. And that may be true, but when you really think about it, what does this fine even accomplish in the first place? First, the Chinese government is getting all of this money, and second, no one who overpaid for RAM is getting any money back. So really, the consumers aren't benefiting at all, and really, the Chinese government is the only people who could benefit from this fine. To make matters even worse, when you really think about it, it is going to be us who are paying for this fine in the first place. Whether it's more months of these high RAM prices, or it's RAM prices going up even more to accommodate for its expenses, in the end it's going to be us who are indirectly paying for it. So not only is the punishment not returning money to consumers who overpaid for it in the first place, but it will also make us pay for the fine. So based on all that, when will RAM prices finally go down? Well, unfortunately, RAM prices aren't moving anywhere unless it's going up until at least 2019, so it's really quite a while from now. And with this new potential fine and the new iPhones releasing soon, RAM prices are really just bound to go up. To make matters even worse, many manufacturers of RAM are currently in the process of changing their process from, for example, 16 nanometers to 12 nanometers. And as a result, they can't really increase production right now. Thus, the future of RAM prices don't look very bright, and this new fine could really just make things worse. So, when should you buy a RAM? Well, in my opinion, if you really need RAM, the best time to buy RAM is probably right now, because RAM prices are probably not going down for quite a while, and they'll probably just go up, so you may just end up paying more for them if you wait. So overall, there was a lot of hype surrounding the Chinese government taking action and pressing charges against these RAM companies for $8 billion. But in reality, it is not as great as the hype made it sound, because first of all, they may not even be found guilty, and even if they are charged, it will most likely not be $8 billion, and plus, it is being split by the three companies anyways. And even if they are charged as a fine, the people who overpaid for the RAM are not going to benefit from it, and plus, we are probably going to have to pay for the fine indirectly. The end goal of the fine is really to make the RAM pricing situation better, but in my opinion, I think it may just make it worse. But that's just what I think. What do you guys think? Do you guys think this RAM fine is going to make the pricing situation better or worse? Make sure to comment down below what you guys think, because I do read all my comments and I'm curious as to what you guys think, so make sure to post your thoughts. Also, if you guys like this video, then make sure to drop a like and consider subscribing if you'd like to see more videos just like this one. But until next time, bye.